Good morning. Today is May 24th, 2023, and we're here for the regular board meeting of Mobile County Public Schools. At this time, this meeting is now called to order. May I have approval of the minutes?
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? All right. The approval of the agenda adoption?
So move.
Second.
Okay. All right. At this time, we're going to ask everyone to please stand, and Mr. Harwell is going to lead us in prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Before I pray, I'd like to say something. I really try not to get emotional about this, but a couple weeks ago, we lost a good friend of the school system, but our former superintendent's husband. And a lot of y'all probably don't know Mcpss as well as we do, but there's not a day that goes by that you don't pray for the school system. And every child, every parent, everybody that's employed here, and everybody, every single day, for, I don't know, she's here a long time. I think she's longer than Foster, but 46 years. And let's just take just a minute today and just stand in the gap for her. And I'll pray. But I've been talking to her a lot lately, and I know where she's at. And some other people might know that too, but she really needs us today. And I'm gonna ask God to be there for her. I want to ask y'all to honor that, and then I'll pray for the school system. Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you today, God. I just ask you to be with Martha Peak this morning, God. God, I ask you to be with her. I ask you to surround her, God, with love, peace, and comfort, God, like never before. That today, at this particular time, God, today that she'll know that this system is standing in the gap for her, God. God, I just ask you just to comfort her, God, and just be with her and her family, God, at this particular time in her life, God. God, I ask you to be with our school system, God. I ask you to be with Mr. Threadgill and this staff, God. God, I ask you to be with us today. God, to give us wisdom and knowledge and understanding to do the business of this school system, God, as we do it for all students across this county, God. God, I ask you to be with our first responders, God. Be with our military, God, the people that's protecting us so that we can be here today, God. That we have the freedom in this country, God. But again, God, I just ask you to be with us. God, I ask you to be with everybody here today, God. God, to give us understanding of what we're here to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any announcements? Dr. Crenshaw?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Stringfellow?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Harwell? Ms.
No, ma'am.
Hatcher? Okay. Well, I just want to recognize the alumni from Central High School. We're glad to see you here. We're glad to see former educators sitting among them. And again, welcome to our board meeting. Do we have any reports and recognitions, Mr. Superintendent? Yes.
We have a former police chief here with us today.
Oh,
Can you stand up?
Chief Batiste.
Chief Batiste.
I was talking to him earlier. He's taking on a new role.
Okay.
And it's good to have somebody that's going to be down there with the youth center that understands what we have to deal with. And
Yeah.
I think we made a commitment to each other to be there for each other and all the things that we deal with our students. And not that we have any issues with what's going down there, but it's good to have somebody that we can be able to talk to and help with our discipline of our students in that area. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, reports and recognitions.
Okay. So first, I would like to call forward Jill Spencer from Denton Magnet School of Technology and Mike Fletcher from Davidson High School, Colonel Stephen Carey, and Mr. Stringfellow. You'll stand. The Air Force Association has recognized 2 MCPSS teachers as its 2023 STEM Teachers of the Year for Southern Alabama. They are Jill Spencer of Denton Magnet School of Technology and Mike Fletcher of Davidson High School. An educator for 13 years, Ms. Spencer coaches the Denton Robotics team, which are state champions and recently competed at the World's VEX Robotics competition in Dallas, Texas. She was named Denton's Teacher of the Year, and she coaches the school's volleyball team, which has been county champions for the last 2 years. With her peers, who you'll meet in a few minutes, she has been instrumental in Denton being named Alabama's most outstanding middle school of the year several years in a row by the Technology Student Association. Mr. Fletcher has been the robotics coach at Davidson for the past 19 years, competing in the Best Robotics competition. Each year, a team of 25 to 35 students are challenged to solve engineering problems, as well as to create a technical notebook, marketing presentation, and exhibit booth. Under his coaching, the Davidson team has won locally and regionally more times than any other team in the history of the competition, winning first place the last 2 years. He has also taken students to the White House to participate in the President's Science Fair. So congratulations to both of you. And I think Colonel Stephen Carey wanted to present them with something as well.
Sure, this is really a great honor, and as we all know, education is the foundation to our youth. The Air Force Association, I'm president of our South Alabama chapter, but across the country, we are recognizing teachers like this, and they have some hardware here to put on their walls. They also have a certificate from the Air Force Association, and some little notebooks here that they can use. I'm going to give them 2 Air Force Association lapel pins that they can wear. But probably most importantly of all that they're getting is there's checks for $250 inside
First of all, I'd like to say how proud I am of these teachers and the schools that they represent. They represent the very best of us and what they do and the time that they give and so forth. By the way, Mr. Richardson, would you stand? There's the principal of Davidson here, my principal, and Mr. Stevenson, would you stand again? Yeah. They're very supportive of this program, and their students perform well because they have staff members like this that dedicate themselves to helping children do the very best they can do. So I'm very proud of what they achieved here. So I'm going to, this is a certificate of recognition by the Mobile County Public School System to Michael Fletcher, Davidson High School, Air Force Association's Teacher of the Year. Michael, congratulations to you. And I have one here for Ms. Alicia Spencer, Denton Magnet School of Technology, Air Force Association's Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to you.
Okay. Congratulations. Did we get pictures? We did. Okay, good. Okay. Mr. Stringfellow, if you will hang out there for another minute. I'd like to call forward the Denton Magnet School students and teachers who are here to come forward.
Come on, guys.
So now we would like to recognize the 2023 Alabama State Champions in the VEX Robotics competition. Denton Magnet School of Technology. These students were given just a few months to design a robot with mechanisms that could launch frisbees into low goals and high goals and spin color-coded rollers. Along with their robot, named Denton B, they competed in the world competition in Dallas, Texas last month. I think, did y'all bring the robot?
Oh, we did it.
Oh,
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's okay. We will see him later, maybe, hopefully. So the students are, raise your hand when we call you and we'll give you a certificate. And I think your teachers have some hardware for you as well. Kaylin Federland. Hamza Muhammad. Bria Polanitz. Garen Reese. Jack Hoyle. And Jack Hill. And then Owen Freeman, I don't think he's here today, but he was also on the team. And then in addition to winning the state competition in robotics, 2 Denton students won first place in the Alabama Consortium of Technology Team Programming Challenge. They are Donnie Barrett and Logan Phillips. These students use their knowledge of Python to help solve real-world problems during a timed competition. And I also want to mention that these students are all part of the Denton ACES Club, which is led by these teachers. And I think Ms. Kreiner's not up there with them. Or is she here? Okay. Let's see. Dr. Gia Johnson, Melanie Kreiner, Lisa Molyneux, Deborah Quinones, and Jill Spencer. So congratulations.
Again, hold on, folks, just a second. Logan, you can hold on to that one right there. Again, I'd like to say how proud I am of this school. When I learned that they were going to compete in the world championships of robotics competition, that was going to be quite an experience. And I understand they did really well, and our hopes and expectations that they're going to be returning back. Under the leadership of Mr. Stevenson, the principal, raise your hand right there, Alistair, so they'll know who you are. You're not a student here. They are doing wonderful things in terms of science and math, and especially robotics. So we have a series of recognitions for these students. Ms. Molyneux has those, and she's going to pass them out because I will mess it up if I try to call all of their names and so forth. But I just wanted you to know how proud we are of these students, and not only of these students, but all of our students in Mobile County that are receiving awards for things like in science and math, which is so important nowadays. So congratulations to these students and the teachers and the principal that's involved with it. Thank you very much.
I know they have a group of parents too, so can you stand, parents?
It's okay to raise your hand. Thank you, parents. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. And we have one more, Mr. Harwell. This is in your district. Y'all can sit for another minute. Student with 2. Mr. Nathan Wallace, can you come forward? And then Mr. Minton, you can come up here too. Yes, he has 2. Okay, so about 5,000 students across the United States score a perfect 36 on the ACT. Wow. And Mobile County has 2 of them. One is here today. This is Nathan Wallace of Mary G. Montgomery High School. So congratulations, Nathan.
Wow.
And not here today, but we hope to get him soon, is Graham West of Davidson High School. So congratulations to him as well. And besides recognizing Nathan for this amazing accomplishment, we are also going to give him an award for being one of Mobile County Public Schools' National Merit Scholars. He's one of 5 in the whole district. So congratulations, Nathan.
I'll come back over here so you can hear me. Well, Nathan, congratulations. And And as I was talking to your mom and your dad the other day at graduation, was trying to figure out where you got that from, and so we decided it was your grandfather. Yeah, I grew up with his mom, and his grandfather was a very wise man, and I'm assuming that's probably where you got it from. But I do appreciate all you do in school and everything, and both these certificates that we're going to give you today, and we're proud of you. I know your parents are proud of you, and I know your grandparents are. Well, congratulations. It was obviously, when she started talking, it wasn't me and Mr. Minton. It was probably put our grades together, we might not have got that either. So, but it's a great achievement, and I think there's another young person here today that got that. But making 36 is special, and help you in college too, I believe. Yeah, congratulations.
And I asked Nathan, he's taking a gap year, and then he's going to attend the University of Alabama, so roll tide. Had to get that in.
Mom also works in the school system also.
Congratulations. So I do want to mention that our MCPSS TV has broadcast our Learning Leading Awards. If you want to see more of our outstanding students and teachers, they're recognized on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel and our 24-hour channel. And then also immediately following this board meeting, we're going to add new leaves to the giving tree of some of our top educators in Mobile County. So we have a lot of great things going on in Mobile County Public Schools right now. But I know that our visitors need to head back to school, so.
Yes.
Yes. That was quick, fast, and hurry. Yeah, I mean, just let them whoop. Yeah, they gotta go back to school. Okay, thank you. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any citizens' requests?
Yes, ma'am. We have one, a Teresa Townsend with AEA. Ms. Townsend? I'm sorry, and LeBaron Mack.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Townsend, and I am a UNISERV Director with the Alabama Education Association, serving UNISERV District 27 here in Mobile. And I have here with me the Southern Region Manager for Organizing, Mr. LeBaron Mack, also known as my boss. But the reason we are here today is to appeal to the board to reconsider your decision, a decision that was made many years ago, to take certain categories of our education support professionals from 2 paychecks a month to 1 paycheck a month. Now, I know that you received my letter, so I'm not going to regurgitate everything that's in that letter. But I'm going to ask you to reconsider that decision because it will really have a negative impact on the professionals that work for your school system that make the least amount of money, but in my opinion, they work the hardest. Before students see a teacher, they have to be picked up by bus drivers, they're fed by the CMP people in the cafeteria, then they get to the classroom. And these are the same individuals who are going to be subjected if the board continues with what it's planning to do on July 1st, go from 1 paycheck a month, 2 paychecks a month to 1. It's very difficult on a limited salary to make that salary go for a whole 30 days, and it's going to cause a tremendous impact. On Monday, we held a press conference right out at the front gate where we had several of our members who talked about the impact, the negative impact that it's going to have on their lives. If they're paid at the beginning of the month, they have to pay their rent or their mortgage, They have to buy groceries, they have to pay utility bills. Some of them are attending and taking care of their grandchildren. And to be paid once a month, they're just not going to be able to do it. We know that the school system has said that they're going to offer workshops to allow students these workers to be able to learn to manage their money, but it's hard to manage a little bit of money over a course of 30 days without having, on just one paycheck a month. So we're asking you to reconsider that decision that was made before many of you were on the board. And I'm going to yield the rest of my time to Mr. Mack.
To the Superintendent and the Board of Education, we simply want to thank you for all that you do on behalf of all of the employees here in Mobile County. But we also want you to reconsider and think about, in as much as you have done for the least of these. Thank you for your consideration.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mack.
Thank you.
All right, we're moving forward with action. Yes, sir.
Address you just one brief second.
No, sir. Have you scheduled an appointment?
Well, we tried several times, but we kept getting delayed, and we had several representatives. If you're here today, please raise your hand, because you know why you're here. So, Mr. Cunningham, please raise your hand. And we tried through emails, phone calls, and other sources of communication to be heard, and we've been delayed in that process. It's my understanding that possibly
Okay, sir, excuse me.
next Thursday.
Excuse me. What you can do is this. We have protocol and procedures that we follow. If you make contact with Ms. Hollis or Ms. Johnson through the superintendent's office, we'll be given a direction on when you can appear.
And that was done, but we kept getting delayed. Now there's a potential meeting next Thursday, but we fought hard to get the people here today to speak and also assign representatives through the normal channels and following the policies and procedures for that to be done.
Okay, well, my suggestion to you, sir, is this. We have a board meeting in June. If you can go ahead and make arrangements and allow us to see you in June, then that we can make that happen for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Madam Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I just want to address the AEA individuals that came forward. I also have some concerns and spoke with the superintendent briefly about the removal of the twice-a-month pay period. I'm asking a verbal request that the superintendent reconsider that option and give us his response by the next board meeting in terms of moving from 2 pay periods a month to 1 pay period a month. I've been paid once a month for 46 years, and it's a problem with me, and I can imagine the problem with the bus drivers and the lower paid individuals. So, Mr. Superintendent, if you would study that matter first and freeze the once a month item for now and get back with us with the recommendation of going back to the twice a month pay period.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, any others, concerns from the board? All right, moving along with action items.
Yes, ma'am. Action item C1 is the 2023 Student Code of Conduct, the first draft. This committee will meet to review and make revisions to the 2023 Student Code of Conduct. That's action item C1.
Madam Chairperson.
Yes,
I move that, recommend we move on action items G1 through 20. I want to let the folks in the audience know that we've had a work session and then to vet these particular issues and also have conversations with the superintendent about particular ones as some of our other board members have talked about. But I move for approval of G1 through 20.
do I hear a second? Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Superintendent?
Action item C21 is for the Center of the Collaborative Classroom for Booth Elementary. Is to provide a one-day professional development workshop focused on caring school community for K-5 teachers. That's coming out of Title I funds for $5,100. I ask that you approve action item C21.
Do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair Lady, inasmuch as these items have been vetted in the previous work session, I offer motion to approve action item 21 through 47.
47. Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to consent agendas.
Consent agenda D1 is with Sachi Tech for Aisho Mertz Elementary to provide a one-day site license dismissal automation that's coming out of ARP funds for $3,500. That's consent item D1.
Do I hear a motion?
I'm a motion to approve the consent agenda 1 through 9.
Second?
Second.
Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Flow through item, sir.
Yes, our flow-through items are listed under separate cover. As you can see, we have 2 flow-through items.
Okay.
And on to the expulsions, F1, which is also listed under separate cover.
Okay.
If you could see, it's 1 through 26 of expulsions.
Madam Chairman,
Yes.
these items with the expulsion, do we have an idea how many, or can you find out how many that the parents was notified and they did show up, did or did not show up
Okay.
for the hearing?
Okay.
The other thing also is how many were, and I guess I counted myself, how many were involving weapons?
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yes. Informational items, G1, are the monthly financials. Also, informational items, G2, are purchase orders over $5,000.
Okay. Mr. Attorney?
We have 4 employment items. One was the subject of my email to the board on May 3rd. 3 more were the subject of my email of May 18th.
Madam Chairperson, I move for approval of the personnel issues brought up by the attorney. I move for approval of these issues.
Second.
All right. Question? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Did we vote on the financials? I think we mentioned them. I don't know if we voted on them.
That's
The monthly financial.
just
Do
information.
we vote on that, or is that
No. I
common
thought it was just common information.
Information.
That was
Yeah.
information.
information purposes only?
We good?
All right. Scheduling of meetings.
We possibly, this time of the year, we possibly could have a special call board meeting, simply based on personnel, trying to get different personnel people in. So there's a possibility that we may have a special call board meeting before the regular call meeting.
Okay. All right.
Yes, something else to say?
No, sir.
Okay.
All right.
And Mr. Hack, you mentioned something about one later, personnel.
Ju-
Okay.
All right. All right. Dr. Crenshaw.
No,
You
ma'am.
have any announcements?
No, ma'am. Well, let me just say, congratulate all the employees that participated in the ribbon cutting ceremony of the various stadiums. It was a great time for the city of, for the school system. I think it's well overdue because the schools in the inner city did not have playing fields, and I think that brings it up to some equal. We can say that there are arrangements being made for Murphy and also the Williamson situation. So once we get those done, we'll be complete. In all our schools will have their own football field, and I think that's a great thing for the system.
And then remember, Dr. Crenshaw, the artificial turfs that are going to be.
Yes, the other schools in the system that does not have artificial turf will be equipped with artificial turf, which will cut down on the maintenance costs and also the wear and tear on the actual field. So we want to thank all those individuals, maintenance, public relations for their efforts.
Well, I'm so excited that you guys brought that up. About the extra artificial turf. Are we still making plans for that? Yes.
The extra.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. Again, we want to recognize the Centralians from Central High School. We did receive an email from one of the alumni, and we're just excited to see all your faces.
Madam Chairperson, would you have them stand for us?
Oh,
please?
well, all members of alumni of Central High School, will you please stand?
All right.
I noticed in the email, the language, if though it's still occupied, it is not occupied by Bishop State anymore. So you all need to get with the superintendent and work out however you want to work out, but it's not occupied now by Bishop State. The Bishop State have turned the ownership of the property back to the school system, am I correct?
Yes,
And they took full ownership with it, so Bishop State is out of the mix.
and that's exciting news.
Yeah, she got one question. Yeah.
Superintendent.
Superintendent can sit with you.
Superintendent can
Let me just say, because I've been approached by, it's not gonna be torn down. So all them rumors out there, you tell me you heard it from the horse's mouth. Too much money has been put in that bill just to
Right.
tear it
No.
down. So it is not going to be tore down.
I think you're meeting with Mr. Arthur Spears. Mr. Okay, Mr. Arthur Spears spearheading that. Again, thank you all for coming. Please take care of that. And do I hear a motion for adjournment?
So move.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Ms. Pratis Williams, I need to see you at the end of this meeting. All right. All right, I need to see commissioners out front right quick. Are they there, Ms. Phillips? They out there? Oh, not yet? Okay. All right, so we adjourn.
It's going to be at 11.
Hey, Mr. Kennedy.